Its first place is on the line tonight in the Great West Conference as Utah Valley entertains the Highlanders from NJIT. It's going to be a barn burner here in Orem. Who's going to win this one? Stay tuned. We'll find out right here on UVU TV. Gives it over to Swarbrick. His defender hits the deck. Swarbrick jumps off to Hunsaker. Long three. Got it. Jumper from way out top and bury the long two. It's basketball time in Utah Valley. We are at the beautiful UCCU Center on the campus of Utah Valley University, where tonight the Wolverines of UVU play host to the league-leading NJIT Highlanders. Hello again, everybody. I'm Jim McCullough, along with Matt Peterson. The first and second place teams going head-to-head. You can't get much better than this tonight, Matt. Standings prove that these are currently the best teams in the conference, right? Yeah, definitely, and they've both played very well so far this season, and more specifically within the conference standings. As we see there, NJIT currently sitting at 3-0, Utah Valley right there at 3-1, so this game has huge implications on the rest of the conference season. And we just got word that North Dakota did win their game, just wrapped up, so now they have moved to 3-1, so currently UVU's in a second place tie at 3-1. So if they win this game, they're in first place. If they lose this game, they could fall all the way down to third or fourth. Right, and more importantly, this is the first time that these two teams have played this season. Wolverines are going to have to go on the road out to NJIT at a later date, so all the more important for them to play well here tonight and take care of the home court advantage. Yeah, now UVU has won 5 out of 6. They're coming off a really tough game Thursday night here on this court against Chicago State. That was just a brutal, brutal game. As you take a look at a couple of the highlights here, a lot of fouls and a lot of inside stuff going on. Yeah, a whole lot of fouls. Very physical game. I believe we talked about 58 total fouls in this game, but one of the games that the Wolverines did a very nice job at controlling their game, and they did a great job of coming out with the victory. So it'll be key to see how they start this game tonight coming out into their game. And Isaiah Williams, the junior transfer from Chicago, ironically, led the way with 17 points. He's a key player, not only in that Chicago State game Thursday night, he's the team's leading scorer. He's got to do well tonight, right, for them to continue to win. Yeah, and what was most impressive about that game is he had 15 points in the first half, and it seemed like they all came within the first 8 or 10 minutes of that game. So look for him to be a tempo starter tonight, and you know, we only expect that he's going to play well because he's done so the entire season. Exactly. So who would be the key players that you're going to watch for tonight for both teams? Well, I think definitely Isaiah Williams is someone who we have to watch as the team's leading scorer, but then Jordan Swarbrick, he's played great this season as well. Senior, El Dorado, he knows the system, and we can expect great things out of him tonight. And as far as NJIT, who are you looking for tonight? Yeah, definitely. NJIT's coming in with a lot of great perimeter players, specifically Jarrell Wilson, a senior from Irvington, New Jersey, as well as Isaiah Wilkerson. Those players averaging about 13 points per game each. They're going to have a great impact on tonight's game. All right, Mr. Analyst, talk to us about the keys to victory, both for UVU and for NJIT tonight. You know, I think in basketball games there are so many different keys, but tonight's game for the Wolverines, obviously perimeter defense. NJIT, as I just mentioned, has great perimeter scorers. They have to get off to a quality start. When they do that, they usually get ahead and win these basketball games. And bench production, Justin Baker came off, provided 14 points, did a great job last game. NJIT team defense, Wolverines average, you know, they have players who average, 4 players who average double digits. They have to have some inside presence from an interior player in this game as well. And they average about 23s a game. So if they're going to expect to win, they've got to shoot the three-point ball well tonight. This one should be fun. We're going to take a break. Back with more of your Costa Vida pregame show, starting lineups and your opening tip coming your way right here on UVU Television.
The goal of student employment at UVU is to provide quality, professional, and meaningful work experience for students while supporting their overall success at Utah Valley University. The UVU Student Employment Office is dedicated to serving students with a variety of meaningful work opportunities as a part of their university experience. Jobs are accessed through the UV Job Board. Positions include hourly on- and off-campus jobs, internships, federal work study, and the International Student Employment Program. Some of the services we provide are career assessment, internships, and job shadowing. We also offer mentoring services in interviewing skills, cover letters, networking skills, and job searching skills. The Student Employment Office hosts on-campus graduate school fairs, recruiting fairs, and job fairs in the fall and spring.
We welcome back our TV viewers here at the UCCU Center. NJIT and Utah Valley getting set to do battle. It's a simulcast here tonight on both K-Star Radio and UVU TV. I'm going to give you the starting lineups for NJIT before they introduce Utah Valley here at the UCCU Center. They love to turn the lights down and do the big spectacular thing here. Chris Flory's going to start at guard for NJIT. He's a sophomore guard, averaging 12 points a game, stands 6'2". They're also going to start PJ Miller, a sophomore guard, standing 6'3", averaging 6.7 a game. Their leading scorer, Jarrell Wilson, 13 points a game. He's a senior, 6'3". They list him at guard. He's from Irvington, New Jersey. He had 26 points on this floor last year against UVU, so we'll be watching him closely tonight. Isaiah Wilkinson gets the start also at guard. He's from Staten Island. He's a 6'3" junior, averaging 13 points a game and a team-high 6 rebounds a game. And Ryan Regis, a junior forward, 6'6" from Brooklyn, gets the other start at 3.4 a game. Starting lineups for the Utah Valley Wolverines, who are 11-9 on the year, 8-2 at home, 3-1 in conference play. Isaiah Williams leads the way at 17.4. He's a junior transfer from Chicago at guard. He's 6'1". George Swarbrick, starting at guard, 6'7" from El Dorado, California, averaging 12.4. Holton Hunsaker gets the start at point guard. He's their ball handler extraordinaire, 6 foot. He's a freshman from North Salt Lake City, Utah, averaging 11.2 a game. Gettys Robinson starts inside, 9.3 a game and a team high 9.1 rebounds a game. He's a 6'5" forward. He's a junior from Bronx. And of course, Big Ben Aird starting inside. He's a freshman, 6'9", averaging 11 points a game. And our radio listeners, hang on while they introduce the Wolverines here in the dark at the UCCU Center to our TV viewers.
From North Salt Lake City, Utah, number 12, Wolverine Introductions. 24 and 6'7" from El Dorado, California, senior, number 14, Jordan Swarbrick. At 4, 6'5" junior from Bronx, New York, number 15, Dennis Robinson. Center, 6'9", freshman from Concord, Utah, number 34, Ben Aird. Wolverines are coached by Dick Hunsaker, assisted by Doug Kelly, Steve Payne, and Paul Moss. Director of Operations, Jackson Dunbar.
Wow, they do a really nice job here introducing the home starting 5 to the fans who are in the UCCU Center. It takes them a couple minutes to get the lights back on, though. NJIT, as we mentioned, comes in here 7-11 overall. They are 3-0 in conference. They're in first place in the conference. Utah Valley, second place in the conference. They're 11-9 overall, 3-1 in conference play. NJIT will be shooting camera right in this first half. Jumping center will be Ryan Regis, the 6'6" junior. He might be a genius, too. You know, you're going to the Institute of Technology, for heaven's sakes.
There's a good chance.
Thanks for covering. New Jersey Institute of Technology, NJIT, dressed in solid red. Red jerseys, red trunk, shooting camera right. Ben Aird will jump center for the Wolverines, dressed in white, shooting camera left, and NJIT controls the opening tip. We are underway here at the UCCU Center. First place in the Great West Conference up for grabs tonight. NJIT starts with a little patient possession, working it around. Over to the corner to Regis. Now back up top, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Long three on the first attempt. And Geddes Robinson pulls down the rebound on the miss.
Great defense there from the Wolverines. NJIT ran just a simple flex offense. Got a very good shot, but a good defensive possession there for the Wolverines to start off, forcing a long three.
Same five starting for the Wolverines, who have started all 20 previous games. Isaiah kicks it out. That's Holton. He's wide open for three. Left side, bottom. There's your first Wolverine crossing three-pointer of the night. And it's 3-0.
One of the keys of the game, Jim, Wolverines had to have a quality start. I mean, it looks like they've had no letdown from that last game. Great energy on the first offensive possession there to get that open three.
We've played a minute here at the UCCU Center. Wolverines never trailed Thursday night against Chicago State. They won that one by 23 points. NJIT, by the way, also beat Chicago State a couple of nights ago, or about 10 days ago, really. Beat them by 4. Ben Aird cleaned the board on that miss. Wolverines on the run again. NJIT starts 0 for 2. Aird's been known to take a three-pointer. Swarbrick has it, top of the key. Inside feed to Geddes. Working in, turn around, glass good. 5-0.
You know, a couple really good plays run initially from the Wolverines. Geddes just took his time coming across that lane, finding his niche, and nice job of pump faking and then going up strong.
Geddes Robinson, the leading rebounder in the Great West Conference at 9.1 a game. Not bad on the scoring end either at 9.3. Wolverines lead at 5-0. NJIT starting 0 for 2, make it 0 for 3. Missed a three-pointer and a tip-out attempt by P.J. Miller, but he went over the back of a Wolverine player, picked up the personal foul.
You see the replay there, Geddes Robinson going up strong off of the play there. A couple really good defensive possessions for the Wolverines. One of the things that I mentioned in the pregame was that NJIT averages about 23s a game, so that's a big part of their game. They've come out 0 for 2 here. Nice attention to that part of the game defensively for UVU.
A little pressure against the Wolverines. Ben Aird, one-handed slam. You cannot leave Ben Aird unattended. Ben averaging 11 points a game, not bad for the return missionary. Served his mission in Spokane, Washington, and NJIT's coach up quickly to take a timeout.
You know, a lovely design play there. It kind of is a dummy play of sorts as they try and get the ball in the corner to Jordan Swarbrick, and then Ben Aird acts as if he's going over to set a screen and just simply cuts to the basket. Perfect pass, perfect timing, and a great finish.
If you're listening to the game on the internet, you can also watch it on the internet at uvu.edu/broadcast/streaming. And if you got all that in time to write it down, you're a better man than I am. Hunt around on WolverineGreen.com. You'll find it. Trust me. 7-0 Wolverines out in front of the league leading Highlanders from NJIT. Do they really want to be called NJIT, or are you just making that up?
No, I believe that's what they said last year. I'll have to do a little research and check on that for you.
Of course, South Dakota wanted to be called the Coyotes. It's not Coyotes. Driving in, shot sort of deflected. Chris Flores took it, back up, and finally NJIT's on the board. Flores fighting for his own rebound on the miss, put it back up and in. Foul's going to go against Geddes Robinson, his first, team's first.
You know, I think this is one aspect where the Wolverines should have a very distinct advantage, and that's rebounding. As we see, NJIT has 4 guards in there right now, but it looks like all the guards are going to be crashing to the offensive glass. So you see another offensive rebound given up off the three-point shot, or excuse me, the free throw shot.
Yeah, missed the free throw, but Highlanders control. Played about 3 minutes here. 7-2, Wolverines with the lead. Up top is Wilkerson. He kicks it over to the right side to Wilson. I'm sure our radio listeners are just on their way to the arena. Shot missed. Ben Aird with the rebound. Big Ben Aird, by the way, second in the conference in rebounding, just trailing only Geddes Robinson. And who else but George Swarbrick? You talked about him in the pregame show, needing to have a big game, and boy, is he, evidently, right off the bat.
Yeah, and he'll have a great impact in this game, and nice to see there an easy transition, wide open three-point shot early. Wolverines are going to be out to looking to run early here.
That Wolverine crossing three-pointer gives UVU a 10-2 lead. Just over 16 minutes left in this first half. Baseline drive and a dish, but a charge will be called against NJIT. Well, they're trying to work it inside, but didn't work that time.
You know, I think it's fair to say, Jim, that Geddes Robinson is the best charge taker that the Wolverines have. I believe he took 2 charges in that last game against Chicago State, and, you know, an early charge here. It just shows that he is very aware defensively on the court and, you know, has his eye on his man and also on the ball, that he's able to help his teammates in case they do get beaten.
Wolverine basketball, they have the lead 10-2. Shooting camera left. Tried to work it into Ben Aird, slapped away, and they're going to call another foul, this time on NJIT. Number 0, Drew Hanabuki. And that brings us to our first media timeout. Just under 16 minutes to play here. First half, UVU out in front, 10-2. It's been all Wolverines thus far. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on the Wolverine Sports Network. Wolverines lead at 10-2. Fans, Adidas is now the official outfitter of UVU Athletics. To check out Adidas apparel, go to adidas.com. 10-2 Wolverines. They haven't missed a shot yet, Matt. 4 for 4 from the floor.
Yeah, great start offensively. One of the keys of the game was a quality start, and you can't get any better than 4 for 4.
And heaven forbid, another foul. We saw, how many fouls was it on Thursday night here?
There were 58, because we talked so much about the previous game between Chicago State and UVU. There were 58 fouls, and, you know, they matched it on Thursday night. A lot of those fouls, so many of those fouls coming in the second half. It just really slowed down play. But, you know, I think you could take a look at that and say that, you know what, that's a good sign, because your team is going to continue to be aggressive, and they're going to continue to drive the rim. As we see, Geddes just a nice post move, and, you know, obviously the defender had no chance but to foul.
First free throw is good from Geddes, as is the second, and not a surprise, as Utah Valley, one of the best free throw shooting teams in the nation. They're now ranked number 6. They actually dropped down a couple of notches, even though they made 32 of 41 the other night. 12-2, 15 and a half to play. NJIT inside. Ben Aird deflected that one. I don't know if they'll give him a block officially on that one or not, but he intimidated him enough. Swarbrick looking for another 3, missed that one. NJIT on the run this time. Flores with it. Goes right side. That's Wilson. He's their leading scorer. Look at the hustle from Holton Hunsaker, and they come away with it. Isaiah Williams layup, other end, good. It's 14-2. And there's a whole bunch of people in South Dakota and North Dakota, and if they're listening in or watching this one, they're pretty excited too. Yeah, it's going to even up the standings. We still have a lot of game left, and NJIT's got some really quality players, but nice start here early for UVU. Three-pointer is good this time from Chris Flores. That stops a 7-0 run the Wolverines are on. 14-5 now. You know, one of the keys of the game was perimeter defense from the Wolverines, because
the top 4 scorers for NJIT are perimeter players, and they all average in double figures, well, close to with the last player. But I thought that was going to be a huge factor in tonight's game is the perimeter defense.
Inside feed again. Big Ben fouled on his way up. He'll shoot 2. That foul is going to go against NJIT's number 0. That's Anabuchi again. His second, team's 5th.
We'll see a nice post up here from Ben. Just came right across the middle with a nice wide post up. He got the ball, made a quick move, didn't hesitate or didn't waste any time there. And I think that's the Wolverines are going to have a decided advantage inside, no matter if Ben is in there, Geddes is in there. Justin Baker came in that last game, put in 14 points, played great off the bench. So I think that the Wolverines can keep working it inside and get great shots like they just got.
Ben misses the front end of 2. He's a 66% free throw shooter coming in here. Second one from Big Ben, freshman. Misses them both. NJIT possession. They hurry it down this time, work it down inside. Turnaround hook shot, airballed it. Geddes was there. Who else? Wolverines on the run. Swarbrick has it. Works it over to Isaiah Williams. Directs traffic, gives it to Big Ben at the top. Inside feed, they try to get it to Geddes. Now they do. He drives through 2, lays it up and in.
See, it seems like that the Wolverines are trying to pound it inside, and I think that's, as we talked about here, that can be a great advantage for them. So, nice job of Geddes being aggressive, and Ben Aird as well.
Unofficially, Geddes with 4 points now. Wolverines lead at 16-5. 13.5 minutes to play till intermission. Sammy Schickel into the game. 2 Schickel brothers, both from Charlotte, North Carolina, and a foul is going to be called inside on Geddes Robinson. Not good news for the Wolverines, because that's Geddes' second, and Coach Dick Hunsaker, traditionally, when he gets a player with 2 fouls in the first half, he sits them the rest of the time.
Yeah, that's what happened against Chicago State with Ben. He picked up 2 quick fouls, but you can see why I think this is a delicate situation for the Wolverines, because look at the lineup that NJIT has on the court here. They only have 1 interior player, which is Corell Silcott, who just recently came into the game. So they have 4 perimeter players. Geddes obviously being a power forward in the lineup that the Wolverines have, so he's going to be forced to guard one of the perimeter players. And I think that's kind of what got him into a little bit of trouble right there, is that he had to guard a perimeter player and got called for the foul.
He does go to the bench, and Justin Baker makes his first appearance for the Wolverines tonight. He's the first sub in the game for Utah Valley, with 13:25 to play first half.
And NJIT made an adjustment too. They brought in number 15, Deonta Johnson, to kind of combat the size that the Wolverines have in.
Deonta, 6'7" forward. We'll work it into Baker. His first touch off the glass, good. Wolverines by 12, 18-6. Baker wastes little time. He loves coming off the bench. Shooting 56% from the floor for the season. That's best on the team. He just hasn't put up enough shots to qualify in the national rankings yet. And a foul inside. This one's going to go against NJIT's number 13, Jarrell Wilson, his second, and he'll go to the bench. That's their team's leading scorer on the season. Jarrell, the senior, averaging 13 points a game.
I think he got called there for an offensive, an screen. He was trying to screen and had a little bit of movement to the screen. So, that's gonna hurt NJIT here. Obviously, he's their leading scorer. They're gonna have to have another player, a couple players, step up in his absence.
Sean Deadweiler's checked in for the Wolverines. Isaiah Williams takes a breather. Hunsaker with it on the right wing, shooting to camera left. Over to Baker. He'll launch a 3. Bottom! Justin Baker with another Wolverine crossing 3-pointer, and just like that, it's 21-6. Justin Baker, he'd be starting for any other team in the league, I think. Yeah,
definitely. And what's most impressive is the execution that the Wolverines have to their plays. I mean, their screening and their cutting is what's getting them these open shots. I mean, Justin was wide open on that. He had no choice but to shoot it. And what a confident stroke it was from him, building off that last inside bucket that he just had.
Yeah, it was just a little 30-second timeout taken by NJIT. They got to talk about things before this one gets out of hand. By the way, there's the website if you're watching, wolverinegreen.com. That's where you can go and then navigate under under the media tab, pull down, I think it's media, and then it says live audio or live video. You can listen to us, you can watch the game and listen to us. But just go there either way. It's a great website.
We'll see here the nice shot from Justin Baker, wide open, very confident, and we've talked about it all year that he has been working on that shot since he got here, so no surprise to see him be able to make that.
NJIT with the basketball. Regis has it and a whistle immediately. Ben Ayers going to pick up that personal foul. A little aggressive for Ben, his first, team's third.
Watch this here. I think there's so many players that are, kind of seeing this. You see it a lot in the pro game now. Anytime a defender will put his arm out or, try and put it up in your face, the offensive player is going to try and get that contact with that outstretched arm. It looks like what had happened there a little bit. So obviously Ben can't be reaching out there, but
Ryan Regis misses the front end of two. This NJI team comes in here shooting 61% from the free throw line. Second one is good. And I guarantee you, every team that plays the Wolverines has probably been coached and coached and coached. We've got to outscore them or at least match them from the free throw line. Probably putting a lot of pressure on themselves coming in here. Inside feed, look at Baker wide open and missed that one. Baker had his shoe ripped off. Here comes NJIT on the run. 5-on-4. Baker's carrying the shoe. No, he left his shoe behind. He picked it up. He didn't know what to do with it.
Well, that was very, very weird. Justin went up for that layup, and the shoe hit the bottom of the backboard and dropped.
Oh my goodness, are you serious? Here's our replay. Can we see the
coming
shoe?
Right at you? There we go. Coming right at you, and he caught it on the way down.
Media timeout. 21-7. Wolverines lead. Back in 60 seconds here on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Dr. John is a real UVU professor, not an actor. So to tell his story, we hired a UVU student.
Knowledge-based edification increases executive functioning in the frontal lobes.
Yo, dude, UVU is more than an education. It's a life experience.
Exposure to enhanced pedagogical approaches promotes neural activity in the limbic system.
For sick education, get here and strap in.
UVU facilitates the discovery of your personal Weltanschauung.
What?
Dude, you don't know everything yet.
Utah Valley University. It's your university.
Weltanschauung!
We're at the UCCU Center in Orem, Utah. I'm Jim McCullough along with Matt Peterson. Wolverines lead at 21-7. They have not trailed. A reminder, fans, the UVU Alumni Association is proud to sponsor the player of the game tonight. You can support UVU scholarships by ordering a UVU license plate online at uvualumni.org/UVU plate. 21-7. Wolverines out in front. Geddes Robinson, leading scorer for the Wolverines right now with 6. Baker's got 5. He replaced Geddes. Or Geddes, when Geddes picked up his second foul at the 13:28 mark. NJIT basketball, shot no good. Rebound. Keith Thompson, who's into the game. He wastes little time getting his hands on the basketball. He replaces Justin Baker in that lineup for the Wolverines. Thompson has been seeing some pretty quality minutes in the last few games. Inside, Ben Aird going to draw the foul from somebody. We'll wait to see who's going to get it. Number 20, they say. That's Isaiah Wilkerson. The guard from Staten Island picks it up.
I think Ben would have liked to get a little bit deeper post position here, but nonetheless, he did get the ball just above the arc, in between the arcs there. But a nice quick move once again, and Wolverines keep pounding the ball inside. It's been advantageous for them so far.
Looked like the officials had their choice of who they wanted to call that foul on. Big Ben makes the first one. 22-7 now.
And that's already, Jim, 7 fouls on NJIT. So the Wolverines, you've got to realize what you're good at, and they're definitely a very good free throw shooting team. So going forward the last near 12 minutes, fouls are going to put them at the free throw line, and they can take advantage.
Big Ben makes them both. He's 2 of 4 from the stripe, 4 points overall. NJIT wastes little time coming back with a 3 of their own. That was Chris Flores.
And that was a Phoenix Suns type transition. That 3 seconds hadn't gone off the clock before that 3 was up. So, nice quick offensive break by them.
Thompson with it. Over to Aird. About an 8-foot hook shot, no good. NJIT cleans the boards, they're on the run again. Curse has it, kicks it out front. Wilkerson, shot blocked, but a foul is going to be called against the Wolverines. This one's going to go against George Swarbrick.
UVU's number 14, George Swarbrick.
Just under 11 minutes here this first half. Wolverines out in front by 13 points right now. And NJIT continues to suffer at the free throw line. These guys are now 2 of 6.
Well, they're suffering from the field as well. We had, you know, for a while they were shooting just under 20% from the field. I think that's roughly their statistics currently. So I think they've been very aggressive. It looks like on the last couple of possessions of getting the ball up the floor in transition. So I think maybe that's how they're going to try and get a little bit of life and get their offense sparked, is getting some quick baskets in transition.
Did make second one, 23-11 now. Wolverines out in front. 10:40 left, first half. Ben Aird forces it up inside, right over Dianta Johnson.
See, that execution on that play was excellent, and the Wolverines can continue to put that ball inside.
And NJIT's folks are screaming for a foul on that one, but instead it'll just be a Ben Aird block shot out of bounds. Justin Baker and Isaiah Williams return. Ben Aird and Holton Hunsaker take a seat for the Wolverines. Unusual to see Holton Hunsaker over the bench, as you see Jim Ingles, head coach at NJIT in his 3rd season with the Highlanders. Foul on the inbounds play. Going to go against Sean Deadweiler of the Wolverines.
If there's one thing we learned from Chicago State, and what maybe NJIT learned from that game against Chicago State, is that the Wolverines might have a little bit of a weakness on their perimeter defense. You know, teams are going to look to drive to the rim against them, and NJIT is no different early on in this game.
Miller has it, works it over the left side to Flores now, deep left corner. Coming up on the halfway point here in this first half. Jumper outside for 3. No. And Baker comes away with it for the Wolverines. See how the Wolverines do without their trigger man Hunsaker in there. Swarbrick wastes little time, nailing the 3. The Wolverine crossing 3-pointer from the left wing.
You know, nice job of just getting the ball up the court, couple ball reversals and a wide open shot there. Both teams becoming more aggressive and more active in their transition offenses.
Keith Thompson with a steal, look out! It's showtime, and Thompson slams it home. He's got some vertical ability.
Yeah, I mean, great play there. Watch this as he goes sky high for the dunk here. Unbelievable play, and he created that all on his own with a nice denial at the top of the key. Got a deflection. You know, good things happen when you're in good places on the basketball court, and Keith deserved that finish. What an athletic move.
UVU out 30-11 with 9.5 minutes to play here. NJIT took another 30-second timeout. We'll keep this one here. In case you can't quite get enough of it, Keith Thompson, very impressive, 6'6" junior transfer from Citrus College, originally from Bellflower, California. Wolverines hot from 3-point land, 4 out of 5 thus far. NJIT just 2 of 5. Highlander basketball. Shooting camera right. Or to our left if you're here in the arena. Wondering why I'm backwards. Miss from the baseline. George Swarbrick pulled that one down for the Wolverines. Deadweiler, lob into Baker, tipped away, ball on the floor. NJIT picks it up.
Yeah, tough pass there from that angle on top of the key into Justin Baker.
Believe it or not, that was the first turnover for the Wolverines, and NJIT makes them pay as Flores nails the 3-pointer.
You know, that's 4 shots so far in this game. I mean, just in the last 5 minutes of game time, where NJIT has taken a shot with less than 6 seconds gone off the shot clock.
Keith Thompson driving in was met rudely by Ryan Regis, but a foul, I think, on the way in. That one's going to go against number 5, Sammy Schickel, a junior from Charlotte, North Carolina, played at Gaston Day High School, private school in the Queen City in North Carolina. 8:45 left here in this first half. Keith Thompson's first one on its way. Rattles, drops off, no good.
Keith Thompson.
Thompson, 80% free throw shooter himself. Second, missed them both, but Wolverines keep it alive. Swarbrick tipped it out. He'll take the baseline drive, dish off to Baker, and Baker's going to shoot two, as he was fouled on the way up. This one's going to get called against Sammy Schickel again. Back-to-back fouls against Schickel. That's 2 on him, team's 9th.
Yeah, that play was created obviously off of the tip out on the offensive rebound by Jordan Swarbrick. Tipped it out to Sean, who passed it right back into him in the corner, and Jordan going aggressive to the rim. I like how the Wolverines have done that. The previous play, Keith Thompson very aggressive in going to the rim. Jordan Swarbrick forcing the action, going to the rim there. Saw Justin Baker working for post position, a nice dish off.
Missed his second, and a whistle going to go against the Wolverines. Keith Thompson, a little over aggressive that time, picks up his first. 31-14, Wolverines with the lead. 8.5 minutes to play. So we send the teams to the locker rooms. Driving in, no foul. PJ Miller not happy about that. Wolverines possession, coming back. Out front, stolen away. Sloppy pass, PJ Miller on the run, layup good. 31-16, Wolverines lead cut down to 15 points. Keith Thompson back the other way, good, long two.
Tempo picking up here. I like this when the Wolverines can get out and run. They just have to make sure that when they do run, they take care of the basketball and not have bad, unfortunate or bad passes as they did on that previous play.
It's 33-16 now. Wolverines out in front, 7:45 to play. Baseline jumper, no. Picked up Keith Thompson of the Wolverines. Deadweiler jumper outside, no. NJIT with loose ball rebound. Working the left side, a little too hot to handle. Turnover NJIT. That's going to bring us to immediate timeout. 7 minutes, 24 seconds left here in this first half. It's 33-16. Wolverines out in front by 17 points. We're back in a minute here on the Wolverine Sports Network.
We meet here once a week. It's a chance to discuss mostly.
I've always been super concerned about saving money, right? But I really wanted a good education too. I guess I really got green fever when I found out how Utah Valley University can get me both.
We have our regulars, and of course there are always our new ones every time.
I'm Steve.
Hi, Steve.
This is my first week here. I'm really excited. This whole green fever thing's kind of just started for me. So.
More and more people want to know about green fever.
Come join the student section and cheer for the mighty Wolverines. Mighty Athletic Wolverine League sports passes are now available. Your mall pass gets you tickets to every NCAA home game, free food at the tailgate parties, prizes at the games, and lots of new friends. Get more information on their Facebook page or by calling Campus Connection at 801-863-8797. Go UVU!
Wolverines lead at 33-16. They have led the entire first half thus far. A reminder, fans, remember Lakita Inn and Suites and the special UVU discounted rate, and always wake up on the bright side. Right now, the Wolverines on the bright side of this score, leading at 33-16. Wolverines shooting 75% in this first half thus far. Matt, that's just amazing percentage to me.
Yeah, they're shooting the ball very, very well. And on the flip side, NJIT shooting it poorly, 5 of 18, only 28%. But, hopefully this hot shooting streak can continue for the Wolverines. If they continue to run their offense, they should have no problem.
Isaiah Williams misses from the right side, and NJIT with the defensive rebound. Wilkerson has it, driving in. Baker slaps it out of bounds, but they're going to call Baker for the foul first. Now Baker picks up his first. He's seeing all these minutes because Geddes Robinson picked up 2 quick fouls. He's on the bench.
Well, once again, we see here
wow,
Yeah, pretty rough call. Looked like he slapped a lot of ball there. But I think what's going to cause the Wolverines problem with this lineup is it's the Wolverines' big lineup, we can say, with Justin Baker and Ben Aird in the game. And NJIT is going to counter that by going small. And we see that number 20, Isaiah Wilkerson, drive to the basket on one of the bigger players, Justin Baker, and had a little bit hard time keeping him in front of him.
NJIT now 5 of 8 from the stripe. He hits them both. It's 33-18. NJIT continues to shuffle in players, and now their beast comes in, Sean McCarthy. He's a sophomore, 6'10", 265. When he stands next to Ben Aird, Ben actually looks small for a change. And Ben's no little guy himself. Ben with the basketball, working against McCarthy. He'll take the jumper. Short. NJIT on the run now, following that miss. Miller in the lane. No. Fought for. McCarthy comes down with it, kicks it back out. 6:20 left here, first half. Thanks for being part of the simulcast tonight. We're on UVU TV and K-Star Radio 1400 here in Orem. Appreciate you being here. Wolverines have led the entire first half by as many as 12. Jumper out front from Curse. Nope. Ben Aird pulls it down. Correction on that largest lead. UVU led by 19 at one point. Wolverines now. Thompson thought about going, hands it back over to Holton. Hunsaker, who's back into the game. 3 starters on the floor right now for the Wolverines. Hunsaker's going to launch a 3, left side. No. McCarthy with the rebound for NJIT. They're on the run, and Keith Thompson steps in front. Tremendous defensive play. Stole it away and handed it off behind his back to Holton. Inside, Isaiah. Shot, no. Tipped up. Rolls around, no. Keith Thompson gets it back up again, and he's fouled.
And Keith Thompson is the most winded player out there because he had to run the longest distance, as he did a nice job of getting back in transition defense, causing getting the steal, causing it to go the other way for the Wolverines, and he gets in there and fights for the offensive rebound. Here we'll see him.
Here's the foul. McCarthy got him.
Going up strong. Nice hustle coming in here from Keith off the bench. Once again, one of the keys to the game, bench production, and I think you can say that the Wolverines have definitely got that so far from Keith and also from Justin Baker.
Now, because of big 6'10" Sean McCarthy working against Ben Aird, Coach Dick Hunsaker has put Ben Aird to the bench and brought in Rory Fannin, who's 6'10" himself. Fannin, a junior from New Zealand. These are the 2 biggest men that we've seen going head-to-head at the UCCU Center this season thus far. McCarthy and Rory Fannin, both 6'10".
Yeah, we'll see if NJIT will look to get it into McCarthy, because they haven't had any type of inside presence. Currently only 4 points in the paint. Now, that's unheard of for playing 15 minutes of basketball, so let's look to see if they even try to get it into him.
Keith made 1 of 2. It's 35-18, and an offensive foul going to be called on the Charge this time. That one's going to be called on Wilkerson, number 20. Player number 20, not his 20th foul. His 3rd personal foul. Now, if I really needed to clear that up for anybody,
they're not too familiar with basketball, if you have to clarify that one.
That's for my wife.
See, watch here, just as we talk about the need for bigs to play defense. Nice job of Justin Baker. Didn't let Isaiah Wilkerson get past him. Took that one right in the chest there. Great defense from him.
Back to live action. Holton Hunsaker with it for the Wolverines. 4 minutes, 40 seconds left here in this first half. Wolverines out in front by 17. Isaiah for 3, missed another one. Weak side rebound comes down to Kurtz of NJIT. They'll work it around to the left side, give it over to Wilson. Back over to Flores. He'll take the baseline drive. Like Swarbrick made the block, but the foul is going to be called inside against Isaiah Williams. For Isaiah, his first personal foul.
Yeah, watch the rotation. Jordan Swarbrick does get beat here. Isaiah coming over, unfortunately, just a little bit late in getting over, but you'd like to see that he's aware of that drive there. But very nice drive there from Chris Flores getting to the free throw line.
He makes the first one, so it's 35-18. Wolverines jumped out to a 7-0 lead. They pushed it out 14-2 before NJIT could get anything going. Wolverines have led by as many as 19. Right now they're up by 16, 35-19 with 4 minutes and 19 seconds left here in this first half. Second one from Flores also good, 35-19.
You know, with this big lineup with Ben Aird and Justin Baker in, you know, I look for some plays to maybe run Isaiah Williams off some screens, because these two bigs have the ability to create some nice screens for guards coming off.
My bad, make it 35-20. Baker feeds Ben Aird, who's back into the game. Holton will take a three instead, and NJIT comes away with the miss. Curse on the left wing. Up top of Bond. He'll hand it over to Flores. Back to Lamar Curse. 16 seconds on the shot clock. 3:38 on the game clock. Driving in. And ball will belong to NJIT. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 3:34 remaining. Wolverines lead here in this first half, 35-20. We'll be back in 60 here on the Wolverine Sports Network.
I never used to care about college sports. I mean, I go to a game or two, but it's mainly for social reasons, you know? But now things are different.
And how has green fever affected your school spirit?
Are you kidding me? I never miss a sporting event, home or away. You got NCAA baseball, softball, basketball, cross country, golf, track and field, wrestling, soccer, volleyball. I'm keeping stats. I'm memorizing stats. I'm memorizing numbers. I'm dreaming about numbers. I'm dreaming about Wolverines. I just bought a pet Wolverine. It tore my dad's favorite shoe. It was wicked awesome.
And how does that make you feel?
Oh, yeah, I guess it's pretty cool. Me? No, I don't play sports. I wouldn't want to make the athletes envious. I don't mess around, man.
Wolverines have cooled off just a bit. 52% shooting for Utah Valley right now. Fans, Pepsi's proud to be a major sponsor of Utah Valley University Athletics. Pepsi, every generation refreshes the world. Wolverines lead at 35-20 on 52% shooting, and holding NJIT to just 25% shooting. I don't know which one of those is more impressive.
Yeah, I think it's going to be holding NJIT to 25%, because on the season they average 44, excuse me, that would be us. They average 45% field goals on the season, so holding them 20 percentage points underneath.
NJIT scores inside, 35-22 now. Wolverines lead is 13. Hunsaker, Aird, Swarbrick, Baker, and Williams on the floor. Hunsaker recovers the loose ball, inside feed, kicks it out, wide open, Baker for three. Rolls off, no. NJIT on the run. Flores has it, takes it to the baseline, and he'll bring it back out. Work it over to the right side. Out of the top, out of the left side, jumper from there for Flores. Three-pointer's good. It's an 8-0 run right now for NJIT. They're clawing their way back into this game.
Yeah, we haven't given them enough credit. You know, they have definitely cut this lead down 10 points here. Looks like they're going into a little bit of a zone on the defense and trying to throw UVU out of their motion, out of their offense.
NBA three from Isaiah Williams. He missed that one, and NJIT with another defensive rebound. It's just a 10-point Wolverine lead with 2:20 to play here, first half. Johnson hands it over to Curse. 15 seconds on the shot clock. They work it inside. Johnson, turnaround jumper's good. It's a 10-0 run.
A nice move there from Johnson. He did an unbelievable job of posting up. Really good defense there from Justin Baker, too. Had his arms straight up, just made Johnson make a very difficult shot, which he did.
Wolverines led by 18 at 35-17. Now it's 35-27. Inside, Ben Aird blocked from behind. McCarthy comes away with it for NJIT. Wolverines are getting one shot every possession now. And an offensive foul going to get called against McCarthy. Big man ran right over Justin Baker. (35-27). Wolverines with the lead, but suddenly it doesn't feel very comfortable here in the UCCU Center.
Yeah, tough break there too for NJIT. They had a nice offense going. They were getting defensive stops, and unfortunately with an offensive foul, I didn't quite see what happened there. All we saw was that Justin Baker ended up on the floor. So, you know, let's see if the Wolverines can kind of adjust to this zone. You know, this 2-3 zone that NJIT has had. Nope, so I was just going to say that in the previous game on Thursday, as we see the official wiping up the mess here, against Chicago State went to a zone also. And if the Wolverines can be patient, if they can shot fake, ball fakes, look to drive, and I think I heard Isaiah in front of us here saying that they're going back to a man, so it looks like they have switched back to a man-to-man defense.
Isaiah Williams with it on the left wing with a minute 16 left. Swatted away. Turnover, Wolverines. NJIT on the run, taking it inside, and Holton Hunsaker reached in. Oh, they'll call travel on NJIT. Back-to-back turnovers by each of these teams. Wolverine basketball, they lead at 35-27, coming up on a minute left here in this first half.
You know, incredible energy from the NJIT bench here. They are in this game. They are excited to be playing here. Wolverines need an answer here.
Well, they're on a 10-0 run. That would excite most teams. Ben Aird travels, coming back the other way. Wow. Wolverines were doing pretty well in the turnover department before this last flurry. They only had 2, and now they've had 2 on back-to-back possessions.
Yeah, 50 seconds left here, Jim. Wolverines got to come up with the defensive stop here. They can't give up any easy basket or any offensive rebound either. They need the ball back to end the half.
Shot clock shows 20. Game clock shows 35 till halftime. Baseline jumper for 3. No. Ben Aird with the rebound for the Wolverines.
Pretty critical possession here too. They're going to, you know, Wolverines are obviously going to take one shot, but NJIT has definitely got the momentum ending out the first half here. Let's see if the Wolverines can get a much needed basket. See who they go to in this instance. They've had some players struggling here in the first half.
10 seconds left. Clock rolls till halftime. Isaiah dribbling near half court. 5, 4, 3. And the Wolverines just squander the last few seconds of that first half. And I tell you what, I'm not so sure I would want to be in the locker room during this halftime, because the Wolverines, yeah, they lead at 35-27, but NJIT scored the last 10 points of the first half, and the Wolverines didn't look that good.
Yeah, they got off to a really good start. That quality start that we had talked about, they played well. They just weren't able to sustain that. It's been over the last 5 or 6 minutes of game time where NJIT was able to just fight their way back into it.
We'll take a break. Back with more on our halftime show. Wolverines lead it by 35-27 at halftime. You're listening and watching Utah Valley basketball on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Here at UVU's College of Technology and Computing, also known as TNC, we don't spend a lot of time bragging, but I guess we could. We could brag about having one of the top 3 aviation programs in the entire country, turning out professional pilots and administrative personnel to work for airlines and private industry. Or we could brag about our national award-winning culinary arts program, with graduates who are going straight to glamorous jobs on cruise ships and in major restaurants, or who are opening their own restaurants. Or we could brag about our digital media students who are winning major awards even before they graduate. Or we could brag about our international efforts, sending TNC students all over the world, places like Mali and Russia and Namibia. Or we could brag about our computer science department, or our information systems and technology department as they continue to train some of the best and sharpest young minds in the state of Utah, using state-of-the-art technology in classrooms and computer labs. Or we could brag about our technology management program where students are always engaged in life-changing projects like using technology to assist those with disabilities. Or I guess we could brag about the fact that many of the CSI investigators and fire and rescue personnel in the state of Utah have gone through extensive training in our public services programs. Or I guess we could brag about our world land speed record car that was completely built and raced out of our highly acclaimed automotive department. Or we could brag about our high-tech electrical automation and robotic technology and mechatronics programs, or our engineering graphics and design program, which is turning out some of the most advanced technicians in the state of Utah. Or we could brag about our construction technology students who help build Habitat for Humanity homes and just won first place at the National Association of Home Builders competition in Las Vegas. That's first place in the entire nation. Or we could brag about TNC students leading UVU to a first, second, or third place finish in the nation for 10 straight years at the National Skills USA competition. Or we could brag about the fact that many companies are discovering that when they hire our graduates, they get somebody who doesn't just know facts. They get a TNC graduate who has actually done it before. And that's because our TNC students are engaged, truly engaged, in actually doing things rather than just learning facts. So, even though there is a lot to brag about here at the College of Technology and Computing, we really don't like to brag much.
About going to college and getting a head start on the process? Come get a feel for what university life is like. UVU Days are designed with you in mind. UVU Days are department-specific events held on Saturdays that will allow you to become a student for a day. These events are free and breakfast and lunch are served. It's a great opportunity to meet your future dean, professors, and advisors. Highlighted programs include business, science and health, education, humanities, aviation, dance, theater, and emergency service. For more information, dates, and times, please visit our website at www.uvu.edu/future students. Come experience what UVU has to offer in your field of study.
Love everything about UVU. I really do. It's a fantastic place. I feel like I've grown as an artist, as a student, as a human being.
As someone from a different state who was trying to find a dance school, it was very, very hard. And I happened to come by UVU by chance, actually. It's a great school. It teaches you history, rhythm, music, choreography, improv, dance. It even has a major in ballroom dance.
When I think of UVU's School of the Arts program, I think of opportunity that I wouldn't get anywhere else outside of the classroom.
I feel like I know my professors. I feel like they're interested in my learning process.
The professors here have just been really, really personable, very, very willing to go out of their way to meet with me, to talk with me, offer advice, counsel, and just overall, they just believe that what you're doing here matters. And that's what I love.
There's so much to enjoy outdoors in the state of Utah. Whether you want a spring, summer, fall, or winter adventure, the OEC has you covered. Backpacking, winter camping, cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, backcountry snowboarding and skiing, rafting, kayaking, rock climbing, mountain biking, and hiking.
Come join the student section and cheer for the mighty Wolverines. Mighty Athletic Wolverine League sports passes are now available. Your mall pass gets you tickets to every NCAA home game, free food at the tailgate parties, prizes at the games, and lots of new friends. Get more information on their Facebook page or by calling Campus Connection at 801-863-8797. Go UVU!
Situated just 45 minutes south of Salt Lake City, UVU is located at the foot of the scenic Wasatch Mountains in Orem, Utah. Within 20 miles of campus, students enjoy access to year-round outdoor recreation. Utah Valley is also home to a vibrant local arts and music scene. Many students choose UVU for access to a dynamic economy, employment, and career opportunities.
Back at the UCCU Center on the campus of Utah Valley University. It's 35-27, Utah Valley with the lead. That looks very impressive, except for the fact that Utah Valley didn't score after it was 35-18, or 35-17, and NJIT ran off the last 10 points of the game. Hello again, everybody. I'm Jim McCullough along with Matt Peterson. Analysis real quick, Matt, of that first half.
Well, I think for NJIT, it's all about Chris Flores. He has 16 points, 5 of 11 shooting, 4 of 6 from the three-point line, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. So Wolverines are definitely going to have to find an answer for him. I think it's very unusual. We look at the scoring totals for the Wolverines. They've got 5 players with 6 points, which is very unusual. You can look at it as a positive, as we're going to be looking at a lot of highlights here. That man there, Geddes Robinson, had 2 fouls early on, so definitely I think it'll be good when the Wolverines can get him back. But I think the Wolverines have an advantage here. They've just got to come out, start the second half like they started the second game. Like they started the first half. They haven't turned the ball over. They've only got 4 turnovers. They've forced NJIT into 9 turnovers, but I think it's all about their perimeter defense. When you look at the statistic of NJIT, only has 6 points in the paint in that first half. That's the same amount of points that Chicago State had in the first half of the last game. So that tells you that the Wolverines are doing a good job of forcing perimeter shots. But I think, that's something to look forward to here in the second half. It's all going to be about the guards.
Yeah, and those highlights we were just looking at really told the story of the first half. Wolverines came out just smoking hot, 75%. Ended up leading by as many as 19 points, and all of a sudden they went cold, and NJIT didn't miss a whole lot after that. You see the stats in front of you, Matt. Anything jump out at you there?
Well, I think obviously those points in the paint's pretty impressive, but look at NJIT, 8 of 24. I mean, and they're only down 8 points, so that tells you that the Wolverines have done some things well defensively, forcing those percentages. But I mean, they're only up 8 points, so give a lot of credit to NJIT fighting their way back in this game. Rebounds are pretty even. Wolverines winning the turnover battle, but I think a lot of it is just what we're talking about. Chris Flores, 16 points. He's been the catalyst that sparked this comeback at the end of the first half. And for the Wolverines, like I said, I think getting Geddes back in the game, starting to get Isaiah Williams going, and Jordan Swarbrick, I think the Wolverines will be okay.
We'll be back with more halftime. Wolverines lead at 35-27. You're watching and listening to the Wolverine Sports Network. 35-27. Wolverines lead it. We're getting set to start our second half here at the UCCU Center. This was a very entertaining first half of action, I will say that. Looked like the Wolverines were going to run away with it, but NJIT, give them credit, they fought back for that one. Fans of Utah, we'll welcome our radio listeners back. Fans of the Utah Army National Guard is the official sponsor of the UVU Athletics Pink with a Purpose games, raising money for people in need. Right now, the Wolverines are probably in need of some new earplugs, because I'm guessing they heard a whole lot in that locker room from Coach Dick Hunsaker. Could not have been happy with the way his Wolverines closed out that first half.
Yeah, they didn't close it out how they should have, and that definitely led NJIT back. And I'm just sitting here thinking and thinking back on a couple of the events in the first half. To me, what really sparked it is when NJIT started pushing the basketball and they started getting shots early in the shot clock. Like I said, we can count 5 or 6 times when they took a 3-point shot or they took a short jump shot with less than 6 seconds run off of the clock. So if I'm the Wolverines in this second half, I have to know that NJIT is going to look to push the basketball, because that's what gave them rhythm.
2 other games tonight in the Great West Conference, which will affect those standings dramatically. North Dakota knocked off Houston Baptist at home. North Dakota was at home by 10 points. 83-73 was the final there. And at halftime, South Dakota rather, having a little trouble with Texas Pan Am. That surprises a lot of folks. 35-20. UT Pan Am out in front of South Dakota. South Dakota, the team that took care of the Wolverines a week ago tonight up at their place by 4 points. Of course, the Wolverines were a little tired coming off a 4 overtime game. It's 35-27. Wolverines lead by just 8 points at halftime after leading in that first half by as many as 19.
You know, Jim, can I make just another quick point here? We mentioned...
If I said no...
Well, I'd just be quiet then.
No, please go ahead.
Taking a look at NJIT, I mean, their top four scores, as we said, average just, Jarrell Wilson averages 13 points per game. He was held scoreless in the first half. Isaiah Wilkerson, who is their second leading scorer, also averaging 13 points per game, had 3 points in the first half. Chris Flores averages 12. He had 16. And then Lamar Kirsch, who averages 9.7, basically 10 points per game, he was held scoreless in the first half. So, I mean, in the second half, you have to be aware that these players are going to look to score, because they're the leading scorers on the season. I mean, the same can be said for the Wolverines, and NJIT's coaches can say, well, hey, Isaiah Williams is going to look to come out and score. Jordan Swarbrick is going to look to come out and score. But if I'm the defense for the Wolverines, I have to be very, very well aware that those players are probably going to look to be very active here, because they don't average 13, 12, 13, and 10 for a reason on the season. They can play, and they're going to look here to score.
Geddes Robinson, by the way, only 7 minutes in that first half before he picked up foul number 2, and he sat the rest of the time. Nobody else for the Wolverines with more than 1 foul. Meanwhile, for NJIT, Isaiah Wilkerson has 3 personal fouls. Their leading scorer on this game, Chris Flores, 16 points, no fouls. And they've got 4 players with 2 fouls each. By the way, if you're surfing around YouTube, you can find us, Utah Valley University, youtube.com/Utah Valley University. And speaking of Utah Valley University, Wolverines will start second half with possession, shooting camera right.
And NJIT switching up once again, coming out in a 2-3 zone.
The Wolverines have their starting 5 back out to start the second half. Isaiah Williams misses the 3 on the opener, and NJIT with the rebound. See if they can continue this 10-0 streak that they finished the first half on. They were just red hot, and the Wolverines couldn't make a shot. There's a reason these teams are 1 and 2 in the conference. They're pretty even, and a whistle on the rebound. A foul is going to be called against NJIT. It's going to be against number 1, Chris Flores, his first.
A couple long 3-point shots for both teams here. I think that's got to be concerning for the Wolverines, as we said. Isaiah Wilkerson coming out looking to be aggressive with that long 3-point shot. Now it looks like NJIT going back to a man.
Geddes Robinson has it. Hands it over to Swarbrick. He'll drive, dish off Hunsaker, wide open, long 2. No, Geddes with the offensive rebound, back up and good. That's what they were missing for 13 minutes of the first half.
Exactly, and he can't pick up another foul here because you see how valuable he is. I mean, he comes in, and when he's in there, he makes immediate impacts to the game. You know, when you get that long three-point shot from the corner, you just need what's known as a weak side seal there, and that's all that he did, and was able to go right back up for the easy putback.
Geddes Robinson now with 8 points in this game. He's the leading scorer for the Wolverines, and there's a long three-pointer left side from Chris Flores.
He continues to be the story. I mean, the Wolverines have to be aware that's 19 points for him. You know, he's coming in and played great, shot the ball very well. That's 5 threes already for him in this game.
37-30, Wolverines lead is just 7. Hunsaker gets it inside. Geddes fakes it once, goes up, blocked from behind, up again. He'll shoot 2. Foul that time by big bruiser inside, Ryan Regis. 2-shot foul.
You know, Geddes just has that knack. We've talked about that all season long, is he just has the ability to create space. Very good awareness here of getting his man in the air. Couple pump fakes on both times he goes up, you know, forcing the foul. But you know, he is such an impact player on the interior. I think that the Wolverines really do value him and must have him in there for success.
He misses the first free throw, and by the way, this is the worst free throw shooting Utah Valley has had in any game this season. They're now 7 of 13. This for a team that is 6th best in the nation at 78%. He makes the back end of 2 anyway. So it's 38-30 with 2 minutes gone here in the second half. NJIT wastes little time. Flores nails the 3 from the corner.
And you know what that is? That is a specific design play that they ran earlier off of a free throw make. Jim, he shot that ball with 32 seconds. That is a design play getting him in the corner for that 3-point shot off of a free throw make.
38-33. Swarbrick for 3. No. NJIT with the rebound. Wolverines just 4 of 12. There's a long 2. That one from NJIT's Isaiah Wilkerson. And it's just a 3-point lead for the Wolverines. They have been outscored 18-3 on this run. We'll take a timeout. It's a 60-second timeout. 17.5 minutes to play. Wolverines lead is only 3. Back in a minute here on the Wolverine Sports Network.
I'm Destiny, and I'm a dancer. I don't practice until I get it right. I practice till I can't get it wrong.
Hi, I'm Devin, and I'm a rock climber. And I never stop reaching for the top.
I'm Kyle. I play the guitar. I love playing the guitar because it's tough, but I don't do drugs.
And I don't drink alcohol.
I don't have to.
87% of Utah County teens don't use tobacco, alcohol, and other drugs. 70% of them never even tried. So play hard, play clean, live a drug-free life.
NJIT. Fans of Utah Community Credit Union is a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics, and they are the official sponsor of the UVU student section, the Mall. Wolverine possession. They lead by just 3. Geddes Robinson takes care of that, puts them out in front by 5 again. 40-35 on the inside move.
A number of easy baskets for the Wolverines, easy shot attempts here, but what concerns me most is right here what they have doing, what they've got going on right here is the defensive end. They've switched Isaiah Williams now guarding Chris Flores. See if that can make a difference and slow Flores down.
Before that Geddes Robinson basket, it was an 18-3 run going back to the first half. Wolverines went cold, NJIT hot, and they continue that heat. Putting the 3 down, Jarrell Wilson. And you talked about it earlier, partner. Wilson in the first half scoreless. Now all of a sudden, it's just a 2-point game.
Well, and that was one of the keys to the game, the three-point shooting. They shoot 20 a game. They're very good at it. It's one of those keys that we look for to begin with.
Aird misses inside. Here comes NJIT looking to tie it on the layup. They missed it. Wolverine rebound. Comes to Ben Aird. They're on the run. Isaiah Williams has it to the hole and good. Back and forth they go. 42-38.
Yeah, the Wolverines are very good when they're out and running in transition, especially off of a missed layup there. It's kind of just an emotional and momentum changer when you can get that easy miss shot and get out and run, which they did there. Nice conversion by Isaiah.
Flores with the drive, dishes off, jumper left side, no. Tipped up, foul on the rebound, going to go against Ryan Regis of NJIT. That brings us to our media timeout. 15 minutes, 45 seconds left here in this game. And it's starting to heat up. Wolverines lead it by 4. Back in a minute here on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Bus pass, $5. UVU t-shirt so you can impress the ladies, $25. iPod Nano, $120. A degree from UVU so you can afford your own car someday. Priceless. For everything else, there's student loans.
Wolverines are trying to hang on to it. They got a 42-38 lead right now. NJIT starting their comeback though. Fans Wolverine Crossing is student living redefined. For student housing information, you can text Wolverine to 47464. 42-38. Wolverines lead is just 4. They led in the first half, if you're joining us late, by as many as 19 points. Inside, Ben Aird misses. NJIT comes away with another defensive rebound.
You know, a couple plays, they have run that play a couple of times there to Ben Aird, where they just look to get an early screen against the zone defense that NJIT is playing. Ben's got a couple good shots, just needs to get him to fall.
Curse off the glass, no. Tipped up, another foul, gonna go against the big man. McCarthy, Sean McCarthy picks up his 3rd. We'll see if they leave him out there with 3. At this point, the answer is yes.
Yeah, I think they will. I don't think they're counting on him to provide a whole lot of minutes. They're probably just looking for him to be physical and cause some trouble for Ben on the offensive end while he's in.
Lob pass in, Ben Aird, slapped away out of bounds. It'll be Wolverine basketball. Wolverines right now with their starting 5 on the floor. Hunsaker, Swarbrick, Williams, Aird, and Robinson.
Great defensive play there from Jarrell Wilson. He read that it was going to be a lob play in. He ran off of Holton, who he was guarding in the corner there, and got that deflection. Otherwise, Ben would have had a pretty wide open layup.
Right at 15 minutes left in this one. Swarbrick, inside feed to Geddes. Turnaround hook, glass. No, but he'll shoot 2, and that foul's going to get called against Johnson, I believe. Yeah, number 15 of NJIT.
See a nice play here, nice pass in there from Jordan Swarbrick. Geddes just made his move, backed his defender down, and gets to the free throw line. You know, he has been the interior presence here in the second half for the Wolverines, and they'll probably continue to go into him. All that'll do is, if he can continue to have success, as he misses the free throw there, if he can continue to have the success, you know, they're going to have to defend him differently, which could leave other opportunities and create other opportunities for other Wolverine players.
Wolverines just 8 of 15 from the stripe. Nobody's used to this. All right, second one down. 9 of 16 now.
And it's not the jinx either. You can't even blame it on us.
The McPeterson jinx. NJIT wasting little time to go right at Ben Aird. And Ben will be called for that foul.
Yeah, I think there was some confusion there between Holton Hunsaker and Jordan Swarbrick. Looked like they had a little bit of a miscommunication as to who to guard on the perimeter, and we see here, just look at that wide open lane there for Jarrell Wilson to drive in. Ben Aird had no choice but to come over and help.
Jarrell Wilson at the free throw line, misses the first one. He's their team's leading scorer on the season with 13 points a game. In this game, though, just struggling. He's got 3, and he misses the second one as well. So it remains 43-38. Wolverines on the defensive rebound after that miss. Isaiah for 3, right side. Missed that one. NJIT. On the run. Flores. Inside, good. Back to a 3-point Wolverine lead. It's 43-40 with 14.5 to play.
You know, when you get those quick shots in transition, that creates opportunities for the other team to run. NJIT took advantage of that. Jordan Swarbrick went in for the offensive rebound, didn't get it, and it caused sort of a 5-on-4 offensive possession for NJIT.
Work it into Ben, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Hook shot, good. 45-40. Wolverines by 5. 14 minutes left in this basketball game. Regis hands it over to Curse. They'll work it over the right side to Johnson. Tried to work it inside. He'll end up taking the long jumper anyway. And the ball gets stuck between the rim and the backboard. So both teams saying, hey, it belongs to us after that. But the officials are the ones who say who it belongs to. And sure enough, they're giving it to NJIT.
You know, for the longest time, I've been thinking, we had talked about all season the rule changes that I wanted to make, if I could, in NCAA basketball. That's one of them right there. If that ball gets stuck and it's a jump ball, I want to see him throw it up. I don't like this arrow. I think they should toss it up.
Long shot for 3 is no good from Flores. NJIT with the rebound. They'll work it inside, wide open. Layup is good. Wolverines lead cut to 3 again. 45-42, 13.5 minutes left.
Great offensive play created because of that offensive rebound. The tap out gives them an extra opportunity, and they take advantage and convert.
Isaiah drives through traffic, slapped away. And a foul going to be called inside. That one's going to go against Ryan Regis. For Regis, he picks up foul number 3, team's foul number 6 against NJIT.
You know, Holton, or whoever is the point guard, as we see here, Isaiah, being aggressive going into the basket. Whoever's playing the point for the Wolverines has a tough job because NJIT is just constantly moving their offense and moving their defense around too.
Inbounds play came to Geddes. He missed it. Ben Aird makes the jumper though. Wolverines playing a lot better after that timeout. 47-42, they're up by 5. NJIT working, camera left. Jarrell Wilson has it. Up top to Schickel. Back to Wilson. 10 seconds to shoot. Baseline drive, dish off. Inside move, shot, no good. And Ben Aird with the defensive rebound.
Great defensive pressure and great defensive possession for the Wolverines. They're forced a very tough shot.
Isaiah through traffic, could not get the layup to go, and NJIT comes away with it. Seems like the Wolverines have rarely had 2 chances at it on a possession. Long jumper is missed. Ben Aird with another rebound.
Yeah, you definitely see a battle going on there with Ben Aird and Ryan Regis. They're definitely going at it on the offensive defensive ends of the court.
Geddes works it hard inside, drew the foul. He'll shoot 2. That foul will go against Sammy Schickel. That's 3 on Sammy Schickel, team's 7th. Clock stop, 12 minutes and change left here in the second half. Going to put Geddes Robinson at the free throw line. One of the reasons the Wolverines aren't shooting too well is the fact that Swarbrick has not been to the stripe. Neither has Isaiah Williams, and they're the team's best 2 free throw shooters. It's been a lot of other Wolverines who've made the trip to the charity stripe, and so far not too good, as the team is currently 9 of 16 from the stripe. Make it 9 of 17 as Geddes misses the first one.
You know, it's very hard for NJIT to stop Geddes when he can get that good of position. I mean, he was basically just right underneath the basket. He just has to take his time, make 1 or 2 pump fakes, get the defenders in the air, and he's going to be able to end up at the free throw line. Obviously, from there, the key is making the free throws, which he's kind of struggled going so far tonight.
Geddes Robinson, originally from the Bronx, makes the second one. 48-42, Wolverines by 6 now. Coming up on 12 minutes exactly left here at the UCCU Center. First place on the line in Great West Conference action. NJIT currently unblemished at 3-0. Wolverines at 2-1, just right behind them. Little ball movement, working around. Now the drive, pull-up jumper, Wilkerson good. 48-44. Wolverine lead is 4 with 11.5 minutes to play in this game. Isaiah for 3, missed another one. Isaiah just ice cold tonight. He is 2 of 10 from the floor, including 0 of 5 from beyond the arc. NJIT possession, trailing by 4. Driving in, jumper, bouncing, good from Wilkerson.
Wilkerson, one of those players we talked about, didn't have his point average, didn't score much in the first half, but he's come out and been a factor here as Wolverines are really struggling to put the ball in the hole, as we've said.
During those last Wolverine free throws, Justin Baker had checked in for Ben Ayers. Just under 11 minutes to play. Wolverines lead is only 2, 48-46. Isaiah Williams might just be a little gunshot. Holton is not. He'll take a 3. He missed it. Baker with the offensive rebound. Back up, block, and a foul. That one is going to go against Sean McCarthy. That is going to be foul number 4 against Sean McCarthy. It brings us to another immediate timeout. 10 minutes, 36 seconds left in this one. Wolverines lead is just 2. We'll be back in 1 minute here on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Utah Valley University. Your life, your beat, your university.
We're at the UCCU Center. I'm Jim McCall along with Matt Peterson. Wolverines lead is just 2 over NJIT. A reminder, fans, Adidas is now the official outfitter of UVU Athletics. To check out Adidas apparel, go to adidas.com. I mean, don't do it right now because this is a heck of a game. You need to stay with us.
Yeah, I mean, this has been an incredible twist, an incredible turn. Ebbs and flows, as they say in sports and in basketball specifically, as you know, Wolverines 5 of 16 in the second half. At one point in that first half, they were 8 of 10 from the field. They were shooting great. They had that 19-point lead, but you know, credit NJIT in the second half, 8 of 16 from the field, and they've 7 of 16 from the three-point line, which has helped them get back in it.
At the free throw line, Justin Baker gets the shooter's roll on the free throw, 49-46. When you look at NJIT, boy, it's been a one-man wrecking crew, though. Chris Flores, 24 points. That is just stunning. But the Wolverines have given anybody here at the UCCU Center 24 points.
Yeah, and Isaiah Wilkerson also coming on strong here. He's got 9 points. He's been very aggressive as well. Don't forget about the leading scorer, Jarrell Wilson, too. He's going to try and get his points.
There he is. He missed that 3. And Ben Air with the rebound. Baker had missed the back end of his 2 free throws. That's how NJIT ended up with the basketball. It's a 3-point lead with 10 minutes and 10 seconds left. Wolverines have led the whole way. They've never trailed in this game, led by as many as 19 in the first half. They led at halftime, 35-27. Jumper, aired, baseline, no. Rebound, NJIT. What's new? How many defensive rebounds do they have? 22 now.
Yeah, they haven't given up many offensive rebounds to the Wolverines, which has helped them also.
NJIT. Wilkerson with it. He traveled, lost his footing and slipped down. No argument from the Highlander bench.
You know, they're setting a lot of screens, NJIT is, especially when Wilkerson gets the ball on the wing and when Jarrell Wilson gets it on the wing. They're sending their big guys up to set some screens, trying to create that offensive coming right around. As we see here, get a screen there. Isaiah Wilkerson just going right to the rim, but unfortunately for him, he slips and gets called for the travel.
Turnover number 9 for NJIT. Aired with it on the left wing. Up top to Baker, now to Hunsaker. Inside, aired. Kind of an awkward shot off balance. They missed it. NJIT on the run. Taking it to the hole. Layup, good. That's Jarrell Wilson, and he's fouled. He'll be at the free throw line looking to tie this thing up as Keith Thompson fouled him on the way.
Yeah, not a very good job of getting back in transition defense. You know, that's one of the things I mentioned at halftime. I would look for NJIT to continue is the aggressiveness that they take in their transition offense. And I mean, we'll get an update here of the statistics and see really how many fast break buckets they've got and opportunities. But Wolverines, on any missed shot, they have to get back in defense as NJIT is coming.
He missed the free throw. Wolverines with the rebound, so they maintain that 1-point lead with just under 9 minutes to play in this one. Turned out to be a heck of a college basketball game here in Orem, Utah at the UCCU Center. Sean Deadweiler into the game for the Wolverines. Lob pass inside to Baker. Turnaround good.
You got that big lineup in. You can get either Ben Aird kind of initiating it at the free throw line, looking to dump it into Justin Baker, or vice versa. Now, that's a great play there. A nice pass, nice post up, just good execution all around.
51-48 Wolverines. 8 minutes and 15 seconds left. NJIT working it. That's PJ Miller. Hanging jumper, no. Ben Aird fights for the rebound. It's on the floor, back up, no, and a foul's going to go against the Wolverines, I think.
The Achilles heel for the Wolverines here kind of in the second half has been giving up those offensive rebounds.
Foul's going to go against Keith Thompson. That's number 3 on Keith. And it's going to put Jarrell Wilson, the senior from Irvington, New Jersey, at the free throw line, with the Wolverines leading by 3. It's a 2-shot foul. First one's good. Wolverines lead is down to 2. Geddes Robinson checks back in. Ben Aird takes a seat for the Wolverines. Big man McCarthy's in for NJIT. He's out there with 4 fouls. Sammy Schickel also came in. They can cut it to 1. They missed it. Rebound, Geddes Robinson. Well, he's got fresh legs. He's had a lot of time on that bench this game.
Yeah, we mentioned how, the best rebounder in the Great West Conference, he's going to have an impact. And once again, he comes into the game, he causes problems for NJIT as we get a hold as Geddes is posting up.
Sammy Schickel picks up foul number 4. So both Schickel and McCarthy are out there now with 4 fouls. That brings us to another media timeout. Just under 8 minutes to play. Wolverines lead it by 2, 51-49. We'll take a 1-minute break and back with more action here on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Think back to when you were a child. What did you dream of becoming as an adult? A pilot? A teacher? A nurse? Maybe a mathematician, a mechanic, or a scientist? Did you dream about helping others and achieving great things? Now imagine a place where everyone is focused on your success, where ideas flow and dreams are realized. Imagine an education that is personal, engaging, fun, and professional. A place where your professors know you by name and are devoted to your development. With an education from UVU, all of this becomes true. Utah Valley University. It's your dream. It's your university.
Wow, what a college basketball game at the UCCU Center. I'm Jim McCullough, along with Matt Peterson. Wolverines lead it by 2 with 7 minutes and 54 seconds left in this game. It is a close game here in the Great West Conference. A reminder, fans, now that our radio listeners have rejoined us, the UVU Alumni Association is proud to sponsor the player of the game tonight. Matt Peterson will be choosing the Alumni Association player of the game because I'm too scared to do it. Support UVU scholarships by ordering a UVU license plate online at uvualumni.org/UVU plate. You're going to do that in the post-game show, right, after I talk to Coach?
Planning on it.
You got anybody in mind yet for UVU?
Yeah, I've got a couple people in mind. We've got about 8 minutes left. We'll see how it plays out here, but I've got a couple people I'm looking at. It's a lot of responsibility for me.
Geddes Robinson, leading scorer for the Wolverines with 13 points. He's pulled down 7 rebounds. Been aired with a double-double, 10 points, 12 rebounds. Geddes, free throw, no. And NJIT with possession, looking to tie. It's 51-49. 7:45 remaining. We're working inside, kick it outside. And a foul going to be called against Utah Valley.
You know, the dribble penetration that NJIT is getting, whether it be from Chris Flores or whether it be from Isaiah Wilkerson or even Jarrell Wilson, who is in the game, it's causing problems for the Wolverines because it makes the Wolverines have to collapse their defense to stop the penetration, opening up lanes for passing out onto the perimeter players, and it's definitely causing some problems.
Foul on Keith Thompson, his 4th. He takes a seat. Hanging jumper on the inbounds play, no good. Rebound comes down to Geddes Robinson. Deadweiler, Robinson, Hunsaker, Williams, and Baker on the floor right now for the Wolverines. It's a 2-point Utah Valley lead, 51-49 with 7 minutes and 17 seconds left. Jumper for 3. Deadweiler nails the Wolverine crossing three-pointer. 54-49.
Great read from Sean, because when he saw Holton driving to the basket, he just simply followed him over, knowing that there's going to be a space and a gap where Holton just left. And a great read there from Sean. Nice pass from Holton too.
Flores had it. Nothing happening there, so they bring it back outside. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 6:46 on the game clock. Lamar Curse with it. In some trouble out front. Gives it over to Flores. 2 seconds to shoot. He'll launch it. It'll count if it's good. Back up. No. That first shot did not hit the rim. So before it was put back up and in by NJIT on the rebound, the shot clock had expired.
You know, that play to me, that defensive stand, you know, you look and see the great defense played by Sean Deadweiler on that last play, but Justin Baker really caused that for me, because when they were looking to set a screen with about 10 seconds left in the shot clock, he jumped out on that screen and forced the NJIT guard to take it back further, just creating a very tough offensive possession for NJIT.
And there you see the leading scorer in this basketball game on the floor, nursing some sort of thigh injury. That's Chris Flores. He's got 24 points right now. He's 8 of 16 shooting. Of the 8 shots he's made, 6 of them are 3-pointers. Here's how it happened. He took the shot and came down weird.
I wonder if it maybe is some cramping. It doesn't look like he fell on anybody. Doesn't look like he came down awkward. I wonder if it's just some cramping that he's having in his thigh. It's kind of what it looks like to me.
Wow, and he's really being helped to the bench. He's not straight. He's not putting any weight on that right leg at all. That is just horrible news for NJIT. 24 of their 49 points is over there in extreme pain, it looks like.
Trying to see what's going on. See if it doesn't, they're not working around the knee. Yeah, see, it looks like they're more working on the quad there. So I wonder if it's just maybe just some cramping, or I don't know what happened there, but unfortunate break you know, for his sake, he's playing well. You hope he's able to get back in the game.
Terrific camera work to follow that that injury there. Our UVU digital media students manning the cameras and the production booth. Holton Hunsaker hanging jumper is not any good from the baseline, but he'll shoot 2 from the charity stripe. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one is going to go against P.J. Miller, his second.
You know, back-to-back plays here, Jim. We see Holton being very aggressive in driving to the basket from the right wing. I don't think that's a design play. I think it's more just a read from Holton, but he is being very aggressive going to the basket.
Believe it or not, this is Holton's first trip to the stripe tonight. Comes with just 6 minutes, 26 seconds left in this game. Hunsaker, one of those good free throw shooters. We talked about it. Swarbrick leads the conference. He's 13th in the nation. He hasn't taken a free throw yet. Isaiah Williams, 58th or 53rd in the nation. He hasn't taken a free throw yet. Holton Hunsaker not bad at 83%. Those are his first 2. He gets them both, and it's 56-49.
You know, these possessions here for both NJIT and the Wolverines is going to come down to who's better on the defensive end. Wolverines have done a nice job the last couple possessions.
6 minutes, 10 seconds left. Inside feed. McCarthy missed it point blank. And Geddes Robinson comes down with yet another rebound. Geddes working on a double-double. He's got 13 points and 9 rebounds. Hunsaker, he'll take a 3 left side. No. Baker with the rebound, but they're going to say a foul inside against McCarthy. I believe that's 5. Let's double check it. If so, he's out of there. He is. Sean McCarthy, 6'10 sophomore, has fouled out. 6'10", 265. McCarthy didn't score any points in the game, but he was a defensive force while he was in there. I mean, how can you not be when you're 6'10", 265? Yeah,
and he was in there obviously taking up a lot of space and causing a lot of problems. That play there, we see coach for NJIT right in front of here yelling at the referees, but you know, saying his player had the inside position. I believe he did, but it was when he came down with the basketball afterwards that he got fouled.
Clock stop. Just under 6 minutes left in this one. Utah Valley leads NJIT 56-49. Wolverines have not trailed in this game. Their lead was cut to 1 at 49-48 in the second half. First half, they had led by as many as 19. Baker, free throw good.
You know, and I think when we get to, you know, under 6 minutes here, Jim, these free throws are going to be all the more critical, but I definitely think that the Wolverines are going to calm down. You know, those stats, they're going to bear themselves out of how good of a free throw shooting team they are.
Justin Baker, the senior from California, makes them both. Wolverines on a little 7-0 run of their own right now. A little breathing room at 58-49.
And where it's been keyed is defensively. They haven't given up any baskets. They've done a very nice job with the lineups they've had in.
Wilkerson working against Hunsaker in the lane. Fall away jumper, no. Baker with a rebound for Utah Valley.
Yeah, NJIT's just gone cold here.
Speaking of cold, Isaiah Williams, he strikes a pose because that is his first 3-pointer. That one coming from the right wing. He's now 1 of 6, and boy, is he happy about that. And the Wolverines on a 10-0 run, and they're out in front 61-49. And of course, immediately, NJIT coach Jim Ingles jumps up and wants to take a timeout to slow this thing down. We'll keep this one here with 5 minutes, 29 seconds remaining.
And we can both guarantee one thing: Isaiah wasn't going to stop shooting. You know, it's only going to be a matter of time until he's going to get on a roll here. You know, he did have a rough night up until that point. Just one of those offensive transition, easy 3-point baskets. Isaiah's too good of a shooter to miss many more before he's going to start getting some to fall.
Isaiah, a very uncharacteristic 3 of 11 from the floor, 1 of 6 from 3-point land, 7 points. He's the team's leading scorer coming in here, averaging 17.4 a game. All right, we're looking at the keys to the game that you talked about in the pregame show. How are we doing on the report card?
You know, I think for the Wolverines, I think they're doing a much better job in the last couple of possessions of the perimeter defense. You know, obviously they did get out to that great start, and I think they've had great bench play. As far as NJIT, they've done a very nice job of keeping the main scorers for UVU kind of under wraps. Their 3-point shooting has been impressive, and you know, so those stats and those keys of the game are bearing themselves out.
Wilkerson lost the handle. By the time NJIT tracked it down, Wilkerson dove on it. He was in the backcourt. and a backcourt violation. They'll say the Wolverines never touched it.
You know, that was an interesting play. I didn't see quite what happened there, Jim. It looked like it went off the back of the foot of one of the players. I didn't see if it was off NJIT or if it was off the Wolverines. I thought they were going to let that one go.
Regardless, it goes in the books as a turnover, number 12 for NJIT. The Wolverines have it coming up on 5 minutes left in this one. They lead at 61-49. Holton Hunsaker gives over to Isaiah. Now to Deadweiler on the left side, but a whistle away from the ball. Going to go against Justin Baker of the Wolverines. For Baker, his second, team's fifth.
Yeah, good call there because Justin was trying to set a really good screen. Just unfortunate there at the last moment, had some movement to his screen and gets called. So a very unfortunate break there. You know, part of that could be on the person getting screened as well, because you have to wait for that screener to get to you before you can come off of it. But I think Justin pointed to himself, knew that was on him.
So NJIT will have it with 4:40 left. Wolverines lead it 61-49. Three-point attempt is not any good. Off the mark, and Holton Hunsaker there to gather in the loose ball.
You know, NJIT's gone cold here. And what's going to keep them in this game as they're down 12 points is if they can get some stops defensively and get some of their shooters going offensively.
Wolverines have run off 10 straight points, but nobody scored here in about the last 2 minutes and change. Coming up on 4 minutes left in this one. 5 seconds to shoot. Hunsaker has to launch a long three. Airballed it. Baker gathered it in. Cannot get it back up. Shot clock expires. That will go in the books as a turnover against UVU, and it brings us to immediate timeout. 3 minutes, 59 seconds left in this one. Don't go away because this one is pretty close. 61-49. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on the Wolverine Sports Network. UCCU Center in Orem, Utah. I'm Jim McCullough along with Matt Peterson. We have seen 36 minutes of excellent Division I college basketball as first place is on the line in Great West Conference action. NJIT unblemished in the conference so far. Right now they're down to UVU 61-49 with just under 4 minutes left in this one. UVU on a 10-0 run right now. NJIT possession. Jumper for three, right side, no good. Weak side rebound, fought for. And it will belong to Utah Valley. Looked like Flores might have grabbed it and stepped on the baseline.
You know, I think the last 3 minutes and 43 seconds here, a lot of it's going to come down to, you know, Wolverines need to take good care of the basketball. NJIT is going to put pressure on in the full court when they can, as we see looking to trap as well. Wolverines just need to be aggressive, get the ball across, get catches, and run that clock.
Isaiah double team, gives off to Holton Hunsaker. 3:30 left to play. Hunsaker lost the ball on the floor, and a reach-in foul going to be called on NJIT's Isaiah Wilkerson. It's his fourth. Team is already in the bonus.
Watch this triple team, because this is your typical triple team right there. Holton didn't have much of a chance or opportunity to go anywhere with the ball, but gets the foul called for him.
Holton Hunsaker, true freshman from North Salt Lake City, Utah. Returned from his mission in Fiji this past summer. Yes, he is the son of head coach Dick Hunsaker. Makes the first of two at 62-49. So it's an 11-0 run right now for the Wolverines. Hunsaker a perfect 3 of 3 from the stripe. Second one also good.
Jordan Swarbrick checking into the game here for no doubt, you know, defensive purposes. Looks like he's going to be guarding probably more than likely Isaiah Wilkerson, who's been very aggressive and had a very nice second half.
Swarbrick with just 6 points tonight. He has not been to the free throw line. Driving, NJIT, no, but 2 shots coming up. Foul's going to go against Isaiah Williams. Clock stop, 3:21 to play.
Nice move here by Jarrell Wilson. I think those long strides getting to the basket. I think Isaiah thought that Jarrell was going to take the ball the other way off of the screen that was coming there from Ryan Regis, but nice job of taking the ball away from the screen.
That free throw, by the way, stops a 12-0 run.
Yeah, it's kind of been a game of runs, hasn't it? We talked about how the Wolverines got out early on that 19-point lead. NJIT fought their way back with an 18-3 run. Now the Wolverines 12-0 run, so it's definitely been a game of runs. And Coach Hunsaker always used to say basketball is a game of runs and every team will make one.
Second free throw no good. Holton Hunsaker fouled. Clock stop, 3:19. You played all 4 years for Coach Hunsaker, correct?
I played 3 years here.
That was before my time. Sorry.
Yes, it was. Yep.
Holton Hunsaker again at the free throw line. As every foul will put a Wolverine there. They're in the double bonus. Hunsaker's free throw good. 64-50. Wolverines starting to get a little breathing room. It was 49-48. Wolverines' lead was just 1 before they started that 12-0 run. Make it 12-1 run. Thank you. Second free throw, Holton, good. 65-50. Wolverines by 15. They led the first half by as many as 19. Coming up on 3 minutes left in this one. Jarrell Wilson, hanging jumper, good. 65-52. There's that full court pressure you're talking about, Matt.
Yeah, they got to stay out of the corners because you're going to get a trap like this and you're going to get a turnover just like that.
Ball slapped away. Hunsaker, while he was slapping it away, evidently had his foot on the baseline, so it'll belong to NJIT.
Yeah, see, Sean got caught in, as we see a nice strip here from Holton, but Sean Dedwar got caught in the corner there on the trap and tried to split the double team, which caused him to lose the basketball. And obviously NJIT got a couple easy shots there, and it still remains in their possession.
Coach Dick Hunsaker wants to take a 30-second timeout. We'll keep this one here. A reminder, Wolverines back in action. 2 games next week, both on the road, Thursday and Saturday, 6:30 tip-off Mountain Time for both games in Texas. Edinburgh, Texas, as the Wolverines take on Texas Pan Am on Thursday night, and then in Houston, Texas, a week from tonight against Houston Baptist.
Oh, sorry, I was just going to make a comment about that game going to Texas Pan America. I had the opportunity to play there a couple of times, and that is a very wild environment. It is a great basketball environment. They usually pack the house there. I don't think it's going to be any different this year for the Wolverines, so that'll be a great road test.
Houston Baptist losing earlier today to North Dakota. So North Dakota 3-1 in conference standings, as is Utah Valley right now. So if this score holds, UVU will move to 4-1, and NJIT will fall to 3-1. NJIT basketball, they'll get it in under 3 minutes to play. Wolverines leading 65-52 for our radio listeners who can't see that scoreboard on the screen that our TV viewers can see. NJIT working it, save it, and score inside. 65-54. And they'll stop the action while they reset the shot clock. Two minutes, 32 seconds left. Coach Jim Ingles from NJIT not happy about that officiating.
Yeah, I think what happened is obviously NJIT scored. They thought they were going to get a 5-second call, playing great inbound defense, but the one ref stopped the play. We see almost a near turnover here, but he stopped the play to reset the shot clock.
They went for the steal on the inbounds play, and it went off Hunsaker, so it will belong to NJIT.
Yeah, Wolverines are kind of falling apart on their press offense here. They've got to do a much better job of getting the ball in bounds and taking care of it.
Wolverine lead is 11 with 2:25 to play. Driving in, shot good off the glass, and one. Wilkerson scored. It will count, and the foul's going to go against Swarbrick. Now it's a 6-0 run for NJIT.
Yeah, I believe haven't all 6 of those points been off of Wolverine turnovers? I mean, they're just giving that away to him as we see a wonderful drive there from Isaiah Wilkerson. He has that wide body, able to create space when he gets into the lane, and another offensive rebound opportunity here.
Missed the free throw. There's no way that foul was on Swarbrick. He made the wrong call. Hunsaker with it, trying to burn some clock. 2:15 to play. Wolverines up 65-56. Isaiah Williams with it, left wing, up top to Baker. Over to Hunsaker. 15 seconds on the shot.
Yeah, I was going to say no lazy passes here because NJIT is playing the passing lanes.
Isaiah through the lane, out to Hunsaker. 8 seconds to shoot, and a foul on NJIT. Stops the clock, 1:57 left. That one is going to go against Jarrell Wilson, his third. We put Hunsaker at the line where he's 6 of 6 from the stripe, 9 points overall for the freshman. Holton not having a sterling evening from the floor, just 1 of 7 shooting from the floor. That was a 3-pointer. But from the stripe, he's perfect. He makes the first one, and that stops that little 6-0 run that NJIT was on. Wolverines lead it by 10, 66-56.
You'll see if NJIT runs that play off of a free throw. If the Wolverines can convert this, they may try to run that offensive play in transition to get that corner 3, but looks like the Wolverines are going to be prepared if they're going to try and do that.
He made them both, 67-56. Wolverines by 11 with 1:52. Jumper for 3, left side, air ball. Did he get a timeout? Wilkerson jumped through the air, Superman style, to save it from going out of bounds. Did not. So it'll be Wolverine basketball.
See if the Wolverines can get the ball in here. They've had troubles recently.
Swarbrick forced to call a timeout. At 5 seconds, burns off fast. We'll keep this one here. Clock stopped, 1:46 left in this game. 67-56 the score. Wolverines by 11. They haven't trailed, but they have led by only 1 at one point when it was 49-48.
You know, to me, Jim, the last 1:46 here, the biggest issue is going to be getting the ball inbounds and not turning the basketball over, because I think the Wolverines have the ball handlers needed, being Holton, Hunsaker, Isaiah Williams, and even Jordan Swarbrick. I believe also Sean Deadweiler was in the game, so I think that they'll be able to take care of the basketball.
There you see the standings. Again, not updated because North Dakota just wrapped up their game prior to this one starting. So they're now 3-1 as well. So very important for UVU to win this one, to be out in front of the crowd as we near the halfway point through the conference season. Baker, Deadweiler, Williams, Hunsaker, and Swarbrick on the floor right now, with 1:46 remaining, and the Wolverines holding a 67-56 lead. Swarbrick still having trouble. Finally gets Hunsaker, Deadweiler to Williams. Isaiah would probably love to be at the free throw line, and guess what? He's going to get his opportunity. Isaiah Williams, second best free throw shooter on this team, will finally get to go to the stripe to prove it. Looks like Isaiah might have got scratched on the arm on that foul.
You know, this game has kind of the same feel that the game did on Thursday night. Came down to free throw shooting as Chicago State was trying to get back in the game, trying to press to create some turnovers, and they did a whole lot of fouling coming down the stretch. So Wolverines just need to take care of the ball here and knock down their free throws.
Wolverines currently 40% shooting. NJIT at 37. That's for the game. Isaiah Williams, though, he was one of the key players you talked about in the pregame show that we needed to keep an eye on. He's just 3 of 11 tonight. You see Andrew Nelson, trainer for Utah Valley, taking care of a wardrobe malfunction for Justin Baker. Here's that foul. Did he get it on the arm? I didn't see it, but he felt it.
Yeah, kind of an interesting call there. Well, that Isaiah probably wasn't looking to go to the rim, just to kind of create a dribble and enable him to keep dribbling. Just trying to run clock in that instance.
Good camera work by our UVU digital media students. Free throw, Isaiah. There you go. 68-56 with 1:41 to play. Isaiah with 8 points now. And he's perfect from the free throw line, 1 for 1. And we'll see if the McPeterson jinx works on the second one. On its way. Good. 69-56. Isaiah Williams with 9. NJIT's got to hurry now with 1:32 left. Wilkerson hands it over to Flores. Long jumper outside off the mark. And UVU with the basketball. Sloppy pass that time. Comes right back to Flores. Jumper, no good. Rebound, Deadweiler of Utah Valley. They'll get it to Isaiah. 1:10. Wolverines lead it by 13. NJIT doesn't look like they've quite thrown in the towel yet, but they're not really fouling anybody yet either. As soon as we say that, away from the basketball, foul going to go against Chris Flores. His third. Clock stop, 1:01 to play. 69-56. Wolverines looking for their second straight win and win number 6 out of the last 7 games. Of course, the most important stat, looking for conference win number 4. Deadweiler makes the first free throw. After that 6-0 run by NJIT and cut it to 9, now the Wolverines come right back with another 5-0 run. You pointed out earlier, Matt, that game of streaks.
Yeah, definitely.
Clanks the second one. 56 seconds, long jumper for 3, no. Fought 4. Wilkerson inside, glass, no. Gets his own rebound, back up and in.
You know, I like the way he plays. He hustles. He is a very, very aggressive player. He's got a lot of toughness to his game, and I think that's going to take him a long way. I've been impressed with how he's played tonight.
He's got 13 points. 44 seconds left and a foul against NJIT. That was Ryan Regis, and he's going to put Justin Baker at the free throw line, shooting 2. Wolverines are up by 12. Baker's 4 of 6 from the stripe. Make it 4 of 7 as he misses the front end.
You know, defensively here for the Wolverines, make or miss here. NJIT is going to look for a really quick basket here. I can hear their coach in front of us yelling the play quick. So that's they're definitely going to go and try and score as soon as they can. Look for a little dribble handoff here to Flores.
Made the second of 2. 71-58, 40 seconds left. Flores dribbling around and drew the foul, which stops the clock with 36.5 seconds to play. Holton Hunsaker picks up his first foul. That's amazing. You can play 39 minutes and 24 seconds without fouling in this type of game.
Yeah, and guarding the most active players for NJIT. I mean, he's guarded Flores, he's guarded Wilson. I don't think he's ever guarded Wilkerson, but you know, he's done a very nice job of not fouling.
30 seconds left following the missed free throw, and NJIT does finally throw in the towel. Shot clock is at 22, game clock a little over 22, so Wolverines will either turn it over or take the last shot. 15 seconds left in this one. Wolverines very impressive, coming from a very close second half and blowing it open finally. They'll win it 71-58. That's the final score here at the UCCU Center. Wolverines will run their record to 12-9 overall. Oh, never mind. We have 1 second left. They didn't take the shot after all.
Nope, they had 1 second left.
There's the final buzzer. Wolverines are 12-9 now. They're 4-1 in conference play, and guess what, folks? They are in first place in the Great West Conference at 4-1. NJIT falls to 3-1 and 7-12 overall. These two teams will meet again. The last game of the regular season for Utah Valley. It'll come on March 3rd in Newark, New Jersey. I expect that one to be just as physical as this one was. We're waiting for Coach Dick Hunsaker to join us. He'll replace Matt Peterson on the headset in just a second. We'll see what he has to say about his team. Never fails to amaze me the things he sees that I never saw in a game. Wolverines led in the first half by as many as 19. They led at halftime 35-27 after NJIT scored the last 10 points of the first half. NJIT cut it to 1 at 49-48. Wolverines went on a 12-0 run. NJIT cut it to 9 with a 6-0 run, and then the Wolverines close it out with a 16-2 run, and they win it 71-58. We're joined now by victorious head coach Dick Hunsaker. Coach, congratulations on the victory, and this one was as tough a game as I've seen all season for you.
It was a really tough team. New Jersey NJIT is the preseason favorite. They came in 3-0 in the conference, and they came with some pride. You know, we came out of the gate so well, and you know, sometimes that can really be a detriment. That can really hurt you psychologically, because your team will think the other group is going to cave in, and they didn't. They hit shots. The score was 31-11. We entered the halftime with 35 points. So we scored how many points? From what time did that? Was it 30-11?
It was 30-11.
With what time? What time?
They didn't give me the time on that. But from that point, you were out.
Jim. I just, because that game, you know, that was a point where they took another timeout, and then they started chipping away at us, and we got casual. Went inside, went outside, inside, outside, and came away with nothing.
9:35 to play was.
9:35.
Yeah.
Thank you. And we just didn't come away with anything. And Flores has 16 at halftime, 24. Flores owned that court in the first half. And I just give them credit. You know, these teams are athletic, they're quick. They have good basketball players on New Jersey Tech's team. They're intelligent. They play a tough game. They rebound the ball. The last 4 games have out-rebounded their opponents by 8 boards a night with that lack of size, with the quickness of their hustle and scrambling. And fortunately, we were able to put enough together, muster enough scores, and this was again a really outstanding team win. I thought we got good play, quality play off the bench from Baker. Thompson in that first half was exceptional, and Deadweiler in the second half was superb. In fact, Deadweiler hit the biggest shot of the game. That it was with a 1-point spread, and he hits a 3.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, it was a tough game for us, and NJIT. Give them a lot of credit.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
Wolverines now in first place with that 4-1 conference record. NJIT and North Dakota at 3-1 right behind them. We're going to take a break. We'll be back to wrap up the final stats. Matt's coming back. He's going to pick UVU Alumni Association Player of the Game. Back in 60 seconds here on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Come join the student section and cheer for the mighty Wolverines. Mighty Athletic Wolverine League sports passes are now available. Your mall pass gets you tickets to every NCAA home game, free food at the tailgate parties, prizes at the games, and lots of new friends. Get more information on their Facebook page or by calling Campus Connection at 801-863-8797. Go UVU!
Inside the three-point line, and he knocks it down.
We're at the UCCU Center. Wolverines just wrapped up a very impressive victory over NJIT, 71-58 the final score. Final stats for you for the Wolverines. They were led in scoring by Geddes Robinson's 13 points. Holton Hunsaker had 11, Ben Aird with 10 points. Justin Baker did have 12 points off the bench in his 24 minutes of action. Jordan Swarbrick finished with just 6 points in 31 minutes. And Keith Thompson had 6. Deadweiler had 4. That's how they got their 71. Wolverines shoot 40% on the game and woefully shoot at the free throw line 68% on 25 of 37. Meanwhile, for NJIT, they were led by Chris Flores, 24 points. He had 24 at halftime. He didn't score in the second half. Isaiah Wilkerson had 13. Jarrell Wilson had 11. Nobody else in double figures for NJIT. So Wolverines are in first place thanks to a game that saw them lead by as many as 19 points with 9:35 left in that first half. Coach asked me about that, so I had to double check on that. 9:35, they led by 19, and then they led at halftime 35-27, and NJIT fought back in the second half to within 1, but Wolverines blow it open and win it 71-58. All right, all that aside, you get to pick, I might help you on this one, UVU Alumni Association Player of the Game.
Real quickly, Justin Baker, great game off the bench, 12 points, 6 rebounds. Ben Aird had 10 points, 12 rebounds, but to me the player of the game was Geddes Robinson for one fact. He played 21 minutes, and to me the game just had a different feel when he was in there. Yeah. I mean, it seemed like that he was always around the basketball. He got to the free throw line 9 times, so he did a very nice job of being aggressive, and I would give it to him on that fact alone, that the game to me just seems so much different, and it went in the Wolverines' favor when he was in there.
We're in agreement on this one. Geddes Robinson, your UVU Alumni Association Player of the Game. We appreciate you being with us on this simulcast tonight. Our radio listeners heard a heck of a game, and our TV viewers saw a heck of a game. Wolverines back in action, as we said, Thursday night on the road at Edinburgh, Texas against the University of Texas Pan Am, and then a week from tonight on the road at Houston against Houston Baptist. This simulcast was produced by students from the UVU Digital Media Program. Executive producers Dennis Lisenby and Ryan Johnson. Tonight's game was produced by Jordan Ash and directed by Jason Bushnell. And by the way, these guys did a phenomenal job tonight, let me tell you. This has been a copyrighted production of Utah Valley University and the Wolverine Sports Network. For Matt Peterson, I'm Jim McCullough saying so long from Orem, Utah. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate your help. Good job.